right. Welcome to our 10 a.m. Collider coffee break, where we take a few moments on Friday morning to let you know what we have been up to this week to serve entrepreneurs in the Rochester, Minnesota community. So I will send it to Jamie to start us off this morning.
So thanks so much, Amanda. I just want to start off with saying that I've had a lot of great conversations this past week with entrepreneurs in the community. It seems like a lot more people, again, are reemerging and connecting in and, looking for assistance and help, especially with the early stages of their company. So thank you to everyone I talked to. I'm excited to see so many cool things and really a diversity of cool things going on in our city. And hopefully we can continue to connect and move forward and be on the sidelines cheering you as you build your business. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is to welcome two new board members. I think it's been about a month since we actually added them to our board here at Collider Foundation. I just want to say a special welcome to Lance Resner and Patrick Seeb, who will serve as board members of the Collider Foundation. It's amazing to get their unique perspectives and their talents to be really focused in on the work we do to support entrepreneurs. So special welcome to Lance and Patrick. And then just a reminder, our free day of co-working is actually today. It's going on right now around me. This is a chance for you, if you've been curious about co-working, to join us and to jump in and just jump in with both feet and hang out with us for a day. If you want to come by for an hour, another reminder, the parking ramp right next to this building is actually the first 2 hours are free. So that might be a bigger incentive to come downtown and park for, an hour and 45 minutes and give co-working a try. But we do have space left here today, so we would love to see you for an hour, for the entire day, and then follow that up tonight with our happy hour at Crave from 4 to 6 p.m. So I hope to see you all there. For those of you that are listening to this afterwards, after Friday, the actual free day of co-working is the fourth Friday of every month. So make sure to mark your calendars and join us next time. And with that, I'll send it back to Amanda.
So I wanted to talk about Rochester Rising and our podcast. Those of you who listen in this week have realized that we are taking kind of a break from new podcasts for the summer. That does not mean that there is not going to be a podcast in the podcast feed every week. So please stay subscribed. Please listen in, but we'll be sharing some of the most popular podcasts based on your feedback, your downloads, and some of my favorite podcasts over the past really 5 years that Rochester Rising has been in existence over the course of this summer. So make sure that you listen in. Even myself, I'm in those podcasts with people, obviously doing the recordings, editing the recordings. I've heard them many times. And even when I'm listening in again now, a couple of years later, I'm learning new things and looking at it from a different perspective. So this week, we shared a podcast that was recorded in November 2019 with Emily Watson, who is the owner of Rochester Women Magazine, and Christy Jordy, who was the former owner of Millhouse Design and has now moved on to other things. But this was part of a series we did in 2019 called From the Edge, where we talked about trends we were seeing in entrepreneurship. So this was a really great conversation, one of the most memorable that I've had doing the podcast over 5 years. So tune in. It's in our podcast feed, wherever you listen in, and on our website. So I wanted to echo what Jamie was saying too about all the great conversations we've had over the past week, really this week, or setting up conversations with entrepreneurs. I think people are getting more comfortable really wanting to meet in person again. And that has been, we've been seeing that happen. We talked about with some of our ecosystem navigators doing like a road show. We're having people in to Collider to talk about what the ecosystem navigators do. We've seen such an increased interest in the ecosystem navigators over the past 2 weeks that I think we're going to be having a lot of conversations out in the community with different groups. So if you're listening in and you are working with a group in the community that you think would have a lot of interest in our Ecosystem Navigator program, have a lot of people interested in entrepreneurship, shoot us an email and let's connect and come in and talk to your group and talk more about how Ecosystem Navigators can help. And we'll have a link to the Ecosystem Navigator program in our show notes so you can read more about that program and see if it's a fit. So lastly, our Basics of Entrepreneurship is starting soon. Our kind of flagship entrepreneurial education program is called Basics of Entrepreneurship. It lasts for 8 weeks, and it's really perfect for people at the very early stages of business development to really think deeply about your business idea and build your business in a really focused manner with the support of other entrepreneurs in the community. So registration for this program is actually going to end Monday, June 28th at 5 p.m. because we have to get you materials and there's a little bit of homework before class starts on July 6th. So if you are interested in this program, please register by the end of the day on Monday, June 28th. We cannot take any registrations after that point, again, because we have to get materials to you. So we'll have a link to register and enroll for our Basics of Entrepreneurship class in our show notes. So that's it for me. I'll send it to Jamie for final thoughts this morning.
So this week, continuing on our theme of welcome, very special welcome to our friends at Google. We had a great meeting this week in our Collider at CMD space. I got to meet some of the Googlers who are going to be here in the Rochester area and just had a good time learning more about what they're doing and what's going on and helping them really understand a little more about our community and how they can play potentially a part in being a new member of our community here in Rochester. So thanks to everybody from Google that came out, and we look forward to seeing more of you downtown in the next few weeks. So again, welcome Google. And that's my final thoughts.
Great. Thanks everyone for spending a few minutes of your day with us today to hear what we've been up to and working on at Collider. As always, if you heard something in this video today that you think would be of use to somebody you know, please forward this video on to them and let them know our programs that can help. All right, so that's it for us today, and enjoy your weekend.